Hello and welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing you a quick update on how the giveaway portfolio is going. It's really good to see that it's almost doubled in value. In the last few weeks of push that we've seen from the crypto market, it's really given this portfolio some life. So before we jump into it and I show you which coins I'm going to be buying this month, I just want to talk a little bit about crypto as a whole, what I'm seeing that's going on, and give you some insight into where I see the rest of the year panning out. So a BTC dominance is around the 42% mark, with ETH slowly climbing higher and higher. We're also noticing that ETH is pushing up on its own, and it almost looks like it's kind of decoupling from BTC. So for the last week or so, we've seen a range of around the 45 to 50k range. We've been moving back and forth in that, and NFTs have been going absolutely crazy. There's been some huge gains in the NFT space, as well as in a lot of the tokens. So where are we at? Let's just take a bit of a zoom out and have a look at where we're at. Because, you know, a few months ago, people were saying we're going to see the 20k mark, the 15k mark, mid-20s. And we touched the 29,000 mark for a very small moment and then moved back up into the mid and high 30s. So when we zoom out, we'll see that the moving average for 200-day is over 41,000, and even on the 50-day, we're almost breaching the $40,000 mark. So to see us in this range of kind of 45 to 50,000, I think is very healthy. And I've said it multiple times before, the more we move sideways and continue to consolidate and capitulate, the stronger the next move is going to be up, because all the sellers are going to get exhausted. So it's only a matter of time before there is no more sellers at this range, and the price is going to be forced to move up. So if we then have a look at the monthly closes, we've only just started. It's the 1st of September here in Australia. It's the 31st of August in the United States at the moment. So August we closed out for the monthly average of $47,000, with an open of 41, a low of 37, and a high of 50,500. So again, looking very healthy, a solid range there. The one thing I want to give you a little bit of attention on is around how many corporates and private companies are buying cryptocurrency. So this is a very good resource that shows all the different ETFs, countries, public and private companies that own cryptocurrency, or more specifically Bitcoin. So currently there's around 7% of the total BTC supply is owned by a bunch of different companies as well as ETFs, with MicroStrategy owning the largest amount. They own almost 0.5% of the total Bitcoin supply globally, around $4.9 billion worth of crypto. So you see there's a lot of big companies on here like Square and Tesla, as well as a lot of different mining companies. Riot there, we've got Hive Blockchain, Bit Digital, and various different other ones. We've also got a couple of countries that own a huge amount of Bitcoin. Bulgaria owns almost 1% of the total supply, 200,000 plus BTC, and the Ukrainian government owns 46,000. And then we've got private companies, Block One, the founders of the EOS blockchain, as well as Tezos, Stone Ridge Holdings Group, Massachusetts Mutual, which is a giant insurance company, as well as List Foundation and CTAS. And then finally, we've got the ETFs. So we've got Grayscale that own a huge 3%, almost 50% of the total holdings of all private and public companies is held by the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust. And then we have various other different trusts across the United States, Canada, as well as in Europe. So as you can see, 7% of the total Bitcoin supply owned by a bunch of different companies, there's probably about 50 there now, is pretty amazing. A lot of companies are seeing Bitcoin as a great hedge against inflation. They're seeing the United States is continuing to print money after money after money, and they're losing more and more faith in governments, whether it be the United States, European, or in my government of Australia. On the macro side of things, we're also seeing a lot of different celebrities getting involved. Busta Rhymes has turned his laser eyes on. We've seen MicroStrategy purchasing more and more Bitcoin, and Michael Saylor is actually the poster boy for Bitcoin, but also a really good advocate for dollar cost averaging. So he's buying Bitcoin, whether it's at 45,000, I think he even bought it as high as $59,000, and he's bought as low as 27 or 28,000. So he is literally dollar cost averaging. He's bought over 108,000 bitcoins, and his average price, because he's buying high, he's buying low, he's buying in the middle, is $26,000 per bitcoin. So currently at the around the $50,000 mark, he's almost 100% on his money. So currently at the $50,000 mark, he's almost made 100% on his money. The next really big one is NFT. So Visa has announced that they bought their very first NFT, which is a CryptoPunk called number 7610. And Visa have paid around $500,000 for this CryptoPunk, adding it to their collection of various different pieces of historic art over the last 60 years or so. So this is a really, really interesting and exciting time for cryptocurrency, seeing something like Visa, an old network that's in the old banking system, getting involved in the new one. This too is a very interesting one. So today, Wells Fargo and JP Morgan have both filed for new passive Bitcoin funds for their wealthy clients, making a 180-degree turn from their initial negative views. So Wells Fargo, as well as JP Morgan, have gone out on multiple occasions and said that they would never touch Bitcoin, they would never get involved in it, they hate it, and any trader or person working for them found to be trading it would be fired initially. So 180 degrees from that is they're pro-Bitcoin, they're creating funds, and they're involving their wealthy clients in this market. So it's really, really good to see this, and it's a perfect example of the hypocrisy of the corporate world when it comes to making money. So Brian Armstrong, who's the CEO and co-founder of Coinbase, has announced that he's going to be looking to spend over $500 million on crypto to add to their balance sheet of their existing holdings. And they're also going to be investing 10% of all profit going forward into crypto, and they expect that this percentage to keep growing over time as the crypto economy matures. So this is, again, another dedication of buying and holding this asset that is finite. There's only ever going to be 21 million available. There's already around 19 million that has been mined so far, and this is an asset that can never be printed, that can never be duplicated, that can never be diluted. So it's only going to go up from here in multiple cycles. We're in a 4-year cycle that we've just started in this year, 2021. And going forward, every 4-year cycle, we see a huge amount of growth. It's only a matter of time before we see $1 million Bitcoin. I believe that that is going to happen in the next 1 or 2 or 3 cycles, which is, 4, 8, 12 years time, which is not a very huge amount of time when you look at the grand scheme of things. So it's very, very important to continue to acquire and just dollar cost averaging if that's part of your strategy. Another great update from Crypto.com. They've scored another impressive goal after establishing partnerships with the UFC and Formula One this year, and the exchange is now sponsoring Italy's Laguna Series A. So this is a really cool thing to see. They're continuing to support different sporting teams worldwide. And a lot of the people that we want to get involved in cryptocurrency are watching sport and are making bets on different teams and whatnot. So to see cryptocurrency right in front of their face, it is a great way to get them involved. So just out, $9 trillion BlackRock now owns $382 million worth of Bitcoin mining stocks. So BlackRock has been getting more and more and more involved in Bitcoin mining organizations, and they've just announced that they own almost $400 million worth of this stock. So they understand this business, when it's scale, is a very, very profitable business, and it's not going anywhere, and they are getting involved. The Cal Memorial Stadium will be called the FTX Field following a $17.5 million naming rights sponsored deal with the crypto derivatives exchange FTX. So this is another step in the right direction. FTX continuing to expand the brand and showing a lot of people through sponsoring different fields and different venues that the FTX exchange is a great one to be involved in. So I just wanted to pick a couple of news articles, a couple of bits of information that I've found in the last week or so to share with you what I'm starting to see going on. So crypto's here to stay. We're seeing some incredible movement and momentum from the traditional markets, from institutions getting involved in this space. NFTs are blowing up. People like Michael Saylor are continuing to dollar cost average and add to their position. And when is now a great time to get involved if you're not already? So That's just a quick news update. If you haven't seen one of these videos before from me, what they are is I'm putting every single dollar that this channel makes into this portfolio. Currently, it's sitting at around $9,031 in value, and the goal is to continue to dollar cost average to buy into different projects that I think are going to do very well over the next 3 to 6 to 12 months, and to give this portfolio away to one lucky winner. So the way that you win this portfolio is you have to go back and just comment on every single one of these videos. It's very, very simple. It takes 10, 15 seconds to do, and that will get you in the draw to win. So as I'm watching the markets, as I'm looking at all the different data points, and I'm looking and seeing the market continue to move up, I'm going to be announcing this portfolio and giving it away towards either the end of this year when the bull market starts to move towards the top, or in the first quarter of next year, because we could see an extended cycle. So I believe we're going to see over $100,000 Bitcoin in this cycle. We've peaked already at 64,000, and it's only a matter of time before we hit the magical six-figure mark. So what I'm going to do now, again, all you got to do while I go and do this is just comment on every single one of those videos. I'm going to go pause this video. I'm going to go and do another purchase. So I think we've got about $500 US to play with from this month of commissions and advertisements from the channel. I'm going to go and buy some more coins and add them to the portfolio, and we're going to do a bit of an update and see where everything's at. So I'm going to pause the video here. Okay, so I've just gone and done a purchase. As I said before, we've had $500 in commissions come in from the last month. So I've put that straight in here. And I've just done a $250 purchase into MFT, which is mainframe finance. So what mainframe is a lending protocol that allows anyone to borrow against their crypto, and it uses bond-like instruments representing an on-chain obligation that settles on the specific futures date. So it's a platform that allows you to borrow against your cryptocurrency. I've done a little bit of research in the last month of what's been going on, and they have a lot of big news coming out, as well as a lot of development progress that they've been making in the last month. And then Dent token, it's actually been around for quite some time. It's been around since 2017, and from their website, Dent's a eSIM card provider, mobile data plans, call, minutes, top-ups, and roaming-free experience, according to their website, and they employ blockchain technology to power this global marketplace for people to use mobile data. So both of these projects are looking very, very promising. They're also on the cheaper end of the scale, and they have a lot of upside potential. Dent got as low as, I think, 0.0025. And MFT also got quite low at around the 0.09. So looking at where they're at now and looking at where they have been, there's a lot of potential on the horizon for them. So it's very, very simple to win this portfolio. I've spent over $6,000 US at this current time. It's currently worth around $9,000. So it's at least a $10,000 portfolio that I'll be giving away. I'm hoping that this grows and potentially 10x's between now and when the bull market cycle is over. So there's potential for this to go up to $100,000, and I hope that it does. I'm really rooting for this portfolio to do that, but at the very minimum, you're going to kind of see at least $10,000 before the end of the year towards the first quarter of next year. So as always, all you need to do in order to enter this campaign is go and comment on all of these videos, and you'll be in the draw to win, and support the channel. There's a bunch of links in the description of different products that you can purchase, different webinars that you can watch, as well as a free guide to download and get started, where I give away my 3 coin picks that I believe are going to do really, really well in 2021 and beyond. That's it for me. I'm going to be striving to work on doing more videos this month. With lockdown in Australia, it's been a bit tough. I've been looking after my kids and having as much time as I can with them, although it's been quite stressful and there's a lot going on with the whole lockdown thing. So I'm going to be working on making more content this month in September so that you guys can connect with me, because I know that I've been receiving messages as well as a comment saying, hey, where are your videos? You were doing like 2 or 3 a week at one point, and you were doing 30 over 30 days. Can you get back to there? And I don't think I have to do 30 over 30 days, but I think 2 or 3 a week is very, very manageable. So as always, like, subscribe and share, and just comment below to be in the draw to win this campaign, as well as all of the other 7 videos previously for this. So that's it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.